Hi, I'm Phil Patelis. I'm founder and CTO at large at Aibl. At Aibl, we help organisations solve their technology challenges. We're independent advisors with no tech to sell, and so we come alongside organisations and help them work through their business challenges. A lot of organisations, when they invest in technology, they'll generally go to market and think, we have a problem, so technology is the answer. So they go to market with this problem, or a perceived problem, and they go buy technology and hope it resolves the issue. Often they miss the whole part in the middle, which is how your organisation operates. And so the challenge there is you have a problem and you go buy technology, and that often doesn't solve the issue. And so the added challenge there is then you go to market and you start speaking to all these vendors and saying, vendor one, vendor two, vendor three, what solution do you have for me? They offer their best sales pitch, and you generally just pick the best of three. What that doesn't do is actually answer how that technology will solve the actual organisational challenge you have. And so that's why I think there's a large difference between a technology solution and an actual outcome. The way we approach problems is to actually define it. And so, as I've always said, once you define a problem, you're already halfway to the solution. And so the only way you can understand the problem is really get into the organisation, understand what we're trying to achieve, understand what a real measurable advancement would look like. And once we're there, then we can now move to what solution would solve that actual problem. I've worked with several organisations who thought they've needed to buy a CRM, for example. And so in those instances, they've gone to market and they've got so confused by what they've looked at, thinking they need this CRM. And so they've come to me and said, could you help us pick the CRM? When we actually then went back and defined the actual problem, it wasn't a CRM they actually needed. They actually needed an automation solution. And through a different technology approach, we were able to solve the actual solution in their business for far less money. So my challenge as CEOs is to understand that the people that advise you generally on your board are finance people, legal people, audit and risk, and all the typical faces you'll normally see on your boards. But in our world today, we need that digital voice on the board. And so I think, when you ask yourself a question about your business, does your business see technology as just a tool to solve some parts of your organisational challenges? Or is it ingrained at the core of your organisation, and is it going to be a driver that's going to drive competitive advantage? I joined the Sydney Hills Business Chamber right before COVID, and it's just been such a great journey. I've met so many great people. I've met people who run really small businesses, people that run really large enterprises, and I just enjoy learning from all the different people and hearing all the different aspects of how people approach problems and what they do in their business, and just networking and being around such great like-minded people is always an enjoyment.